But you guys, that is like the kind of thing you lay in bed at night and you think how, because you watch the videos of how long it will take, and it's just like, we've got this like big ticking clock above our heads. It's probably at 100 days now.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to another day with the Knorps. We're back over at the house. We're about to start another project. The actual project here behind me. This is the biggest part of this whole thing, is adding into this part of the house. If you're new to coming here, or you don't remember what we're doing, this is our home, and we're going to be adding into this, or I should say enclosing the carport here. That's how we're adding square footage to the house. We've got other stuff going on in there. It's another rainy day, as you can kind of see here. So the roof hasn't been replaced yet, which is kind of holding up our bathroom renovation back there because there's a chimney going through it that we have to take down, but we can't take down until the roof is done. Either way, today we're gonna start actually doing something on this. We got our permits and everything, so we're kind of ready to go on that. The project today is to break out this concrete here, and then also the concrete on the other side of the stairs there. This has to become a foundation wall, and we have to put a footing down there and then the block wall on top of that to be able to essentially create the rest of the foundation. The structural engineer was able to figure it out so that we can reuse this wall that's already here, so we don't have to do anything there. And then same on the back. I'll show you. We have this wall here, which can work for the foundation, but obviously there's a big gap here. So we're gonna break out what's down here. We think there might already be a footing down there that was kind of holding this stuff up, but we may have to do another footing here as well. We're doing the demo. I hired a company to come and pour the footings to get that right. And then we're also gonna hire someone to do the block work for the foundation, and then eventually the brickwork that goes in front of it to match all this brick that's kind of already around the house. The brick will only go up as far as the foundation, and then we're actually gonna do siding above that along with some windows. So today's the demo day. Eventually, in fact, depending how far we get, we also need to take this wall down here because that's not gonna be part of the house. We'll leave the exterior walls right now to keep holding up this roof until we get some support in there to remove that, and then rebuild those walls and make it work for the addition. But for now, it's time to break some concrete. We got this fun little toy here to help us break up the concrete. We'll see how it works. Whoa. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Here we go. It's a little bit scary. It's always scary to start tearing something up. So I might want some eye protection. Asher was smart and got some, and I'm like, oh, getting through.
Huge crack.
It kind of feels like there's not much under there.
Got
Okay. Good start. We got ourselves a pretty good wide trench for the footing guy to deal with. Gotta decide if I want to pull part of this out as well to give the mason room to put the bricks down, which we'll need to meet up, match that.
Hey everybody, we just arrived at our little house. Today, well, we're here to feed the chickens first because we come every day to do that. But after that, we're gonna head to a brick shop. Let me tell you about our brick dilemma. I've been in a brick dilemma for years, literally years with this house. Because when I first bought the house, I really liked painted brick, and you know, it's definitely trendy right now, and I just thought, oh, it's so cute. You know, as time has passed and I've thought about painted brick and read about painted brick, it's actually a very short lifespan. It doesn't actually adhere to the brick very well, and it has to be redone like every 5 to 10 years, probably more like 10. So that's a big deal to me. Second, I've noticed a lot of the places around here that paint their brick, we have very red dirt. So you can see how it's darker down there. It's because our dirt is very reddish orange here, and so when people paint their brick light, as many fancy houses around here are doing these days, they have this strip around the bottom of their house that I guess, you know, you can power wash it and stuff, but it doesn't look very good. Then the next thing I'm noticing is just more and more people, that's just like the thing to do now to update your house, to just paint the brick. And I think brick is a historic, beautiful, natural surface. And sometimes you're like, oh, that's not a beautiful brick and whatever, you're not losing much. But other times it's like, man, what are we doing? Because once it's done, taking paint off of brick is really probably not very feasible. It's never gonna happen. And so it makes me kind of sad that because right now white houses are trendy, or modern clean looks are trendy, we're just painting all this brick, and it's like, well, that's forever. And then also part of the dilemma, and that's pushed me to not wanting to paint my brick, is I actually like the brick. I don't like everything about the brick. I have what you call wormy brick, and it's these little things, you know, it's mid-century. And my brick color's not coming through on this very well, but I think it's a really pretty pinky, salmony color. It looks very brown on here, but it's very pink and soft, and I really like that. And then these wormy things you don't notice when you get some distance. See, already you don't really notice them, but that would change if I painted it, because it would make it all solid. There would be no variation of color, and you would just see the texture and you would see the worminess. So I have just been back and forth on it. And you could say like, well, simple, just don't paint the brick. Well, here is where we get into problems. We are building into our carport right here. There's a wall going in right here. And over here, there's brick, and we need brick here. And so everybody's like, oh, well, you could just go get it matched. Well, we looked into it. It's discontinued. We're not gonna have them custom make a brick. We can't afford that for 4 by 12 feet of brick, this right here. So it's like, there's nothing that matches. But if we can get it close enough, then we can work from there. So right now, we're gonna go, all 4 of us, to the local brickyard store and pick up some samples and bring them back to the house and look at them. I've also been doing a lot of research for different options besides just painting the brick. I've thought about doing German schmear technique on the brick. I've thought about just whitewashing and hiding it. I've thought about like just putting bushes right there, you know, and like covering it up. But I found another option that I'm excited about that I'll tell you about in another video if it actually works out. I've also thought about, we've talked about trying to salvage the bricks over here because we're taking this whole side down. But you guys, that is like the kind of thing you lay in bed at night and you think how, because you watch the videos of how long it will take, and it's just like, we've got this like big ticking clock above our heads. It's probably at 100 days now, you know, until we need to move in, and this would take probably 15 to 20 of those days, it seems, to get this enough brick to do this. Now, we might find actually that when we take this down in like in the coming days, that it's actually, the bricks kind of fall apart, it's actually not too hard, problem solved. That's so unlikely, but it happens. You have to do that sometimes. We'll just see. We'll just see. We're at this brick company. Whoa! And we're gonna grab some samples. So we got our samples. We're gonna take them on home. The thing is, they said no matter what, we're looking at what, 6 months before we could get any of this brick.
Yeah, is that a problem?
I don't think so, is it? Because like I see houses under construction all the time where it's just like left.
Yeah, where it's just the wallboard there.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll see.
Okay. So I gave that whole speech about how it would be like insane to try to salvage the brick. But then when you go and look, I mean, we're gonna bring these samples home, but they're not even, I don't feel like they're close. Maybe they will be. Maybe it will be enough that you don't notice, and especially because it's down low, but they also cost money, and they're way far out.
Yeah, the time frame is a problem.
That you're waiting and waiting on an unfinished house and leaving your inside of your wall exposed to the elements.
Well, you don't have to. You have a wallboard there. You have an exterior cladding that the brick goes in front of. So it's not open.
Okay.
But it's not done either. And it's better to do it in order that it's kind of meant to be done.
When are we taking that wall down?
I've been debating that because I'm not sure at how close I need to be to putting it back together before I take the brick down. But
Well,
maybe
I see
can't
houses like open and unfinished, and all they do is hang plastic.
Well, yeah, we can. We could leave that wallboard there that's on the interior, like that's behind the brick. If it's there, you can't be hitting it from the inside out, which maybe isn't necessary. It might actually just do more damage anyways if you're trying to actually save the brick.
So Mike was saying he's thinking maybe if you got a saw, a concrete saw or whatever.
There's big concrete saws you can get.
And saw it along the horizontal of the brick. Then we could use a chisel to chip off the rest of the mortar and just get enough. Maybe this is a non-issue. Maybe, because we haven't tried yet. Maybe once you start doing it, you're like, oh, it's actually not that bad. It's not going to take 15 to 20 days. It's going to take 3 days. And this kid will be doing it.
That's the hope.
So like I said, we just need that section right there. Same height about as what you see going across a brick. We're going to do a fun, like, trimmed out section above it. And then it's all windows right here. Oh, actually, look, that looks very close. That's very close. So that is actually, this is really pretty. I almost want to make this brick have some darker bricks. On camera, it looks like really close.
Okay, well.
Okay, because yeah, I mean,
get with
the sales lady.
See how far out this really. He was just guessing.
Okay.
All right, it's a couple days later. We're back over the house again.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh yeah.
Megan's excited. We had our concrete guys come the other day and put the rebar in for our little footing.
Our dry foundation.
It's currently full of water.
Hey guys, here's a house tip for you. Make sure whenever you build a house, start with a dry foundation. I'm so funny.
They got the rebar in, but then it rained last night and it filled up with water. So we've got a little bit of a pond here. But what we need to do today is actually start demoing this part of the house. It's kind of another demo day, but over here. Megan's excited. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Just go for it, Megan. I think you can do it with your bare feet, your bare hands. Yeah, do it, Megan. Let's see. Oh, yeah. There you go. You hurt yourself. There you go. Stuff flying. Okay. Woo! Into the dumpster. Into the dumpster, everybody. Whoa, dangerous. Hey, look, there's siding under this siding.
Right, and it's way better. I hate it when houses do this.
That's interesting.
I hate it.
Wait, Andrew, hang on.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, this is like hardy plank.
Wood siding.
And it's way cuter than the vinyl they put on top.
That's interesting.
It don't make no sense. You know what? I think it's because there was a time there where everyone used to think that vinyl siding was like the best. Kind of like margarine. Whoa, danger! Whoa, cool! Esther got that off.
Okay, we gotta take off the bolts here.
Here, Jude, watch out.
This is great. If you have some teenage boys, you just let them loose on this stuff, and they just they go to town. Bye. I think we need to make a bridge across this thing, maybe. Yeah, we should do that. door.
Daylight. Whoa.
So we have this is the brick that we got to remove. The question is, can it be done in a way that's, turn off my headlamp here, where we keep it, I don't know. Wait, so there's a complete piece. So how difficult is it going to be to get the, that's coming apart pretty easily. Just tap a little bit, okay? We want to try not to break it. Yeah. I think what we need to do, see how easy that's coming out so far? And it might just be that it's the top layer and that's kind of easier to get to.
Yeah, that like pops right off.
This is coming loose. Careful now. Let's not have it all go at once, though. Okay, now let's see if we can get it out one to more like
Legos.
We need soft here. Even if it did fall, it might just make them break. Let's try it with one layer.
One layer.
Okay. Wait. We can just kind of grab it. Look at that. Whoa.
Yeah, but see how they kind of fall apart.
Oh. Look at these.
Wow. So what you see here is good news for the Knorps. Because we need brick for the front of our house, but they don't make it anymore, and we were gonna have to try to match it. And we have all of this brick, but we didn't know how hard it would be to keep it intact. Probably right now it looks like about a little over half to 2/3 of them we're able to keep intact, and we're starting to pile them up right here. So that means there's plenty of brick on this wall to do the front of the house right here, because we at least have to do the crawl space, like a skirt right here across. But even if we can take it up higher all the way to the windows or closer to the windows, that would be amazing. So pulling them down, we're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna break for lunch first though. Yeah, that's good news.
Back from lunch, and we're gonna keep on tearing down this wall and also getting all the drywall down in that room. Okay, we made some good progress. That room, we're working on getting there's these tongue and groove ceilings.
I got one out.
Oh, you got one out.
I used to do my weight.
Okay, well, maybe that's not such a bad way to do it. But it's looking pretty bare. Asher, let's just go ahead and get the siding, all the siding off there.
Can I hammer that?
Yeah, you can knock that out. My major thing is managing these boys and making sure they're not going to hurt themselves, because they just sort of barrel forward without thinking a whole lot.
2 seconds earlier.
You're going to hurt yourself. This is going to be the big wall to get the brick down from. I don't think we have time to tackle that today, but we do need to get all this out. So I think we'll try to do that next. Wow, all right. Just as a reminder of what this room's gonna be, that'll be the master bedroom. That'll be like the wall where our bed goes. right in this area is gonna be like a bay window. And then, I don't actually know how far out it goes, but then the kitchen is here. And yeah, so, but all this has to go to make room for the joists and everything else that's gotta go underneath. We started to take this down, and you can see that there's this kind of tongue and groove above the vinyl siding. So they obviously added this siding later to cover it up. It's the same tongue and groove that's in there, and it goes, the wall, it goes across the top of that wall and then it ends at the brick. So it was hard to rip off, and realized we're probably just gonna end up tearing that tongue and groove down anyways. So I think we'll wait until we kind of run out of time today. So I'll wait till I can get up in the attic. There's stuff I need to get off of it that's kind of going over the carport, and like unhook that light and whatnot. And then come back, we'll take this wall down. This is a non-load bearing wall as well. But this is our progress up to this point. This room is obviously totally open. I got an electrician coming who's gonna put up on Monday a temporary pole out here that we'll put a meter on, and we'll take electric to that, unhook this, and take all that out. So then that wall can eventually go away, do the bay window, rebuild it, and then probably relocate the meter and the box either on this side of the bay window or on the other side, depending on what the electrician wants to do. So that's it. I think we're gonna call it a day and be the end of the video. So thanks for coming along on our little adventures of construction and demolition. Like, comment, subscribe, go to knorppandsouth.com for more info, and I think that's it. See you later. Bye.